So I'm just going to do a quick general reading and see what the new moon energy is for my collective. What do my peeps need to know for tonight? Energy's been super heavy today. I don't know why. I'm going to find out though. Well, looks pretty darn good. Wheel of Fortune in your favor. Something that you're going within. You're going to think about things. You're going to, whatever it is that you're doing right now, whatever project you're working on, whatever information that you're going over in your mind, has you feeling a little bit like that you want to isolate your energy because you're protecting your energy in some way. So I don't know what's going on for you for that, but whatever it is, you're going within to figure it all out. There's something that you're still not wanting to see or you don't see, and that's the Ten of Pentacles. This could be any kind of legacy for you. That could be in work, career, finances, business, investments. Could be in the form of a relationship, a higher level of commitment. Whatever it is, it's like the Wheel of Fortune is changing. It's going in your favor. The energy that I got tonight was like so transformative. That's the best way to put it. Like almost like it's perfect. So like when a butterfly goes in, or I'm sorry, a caterpillar goes into a cocoon, right? And there's so many stages that it has to go through. And I know that I've talked about the butterfly story before, and like, you know, in that process of the cocooning and that hermit mode, or that taking the time out to go within ourselves to do some reevaluation or do some planning or strategizing or thinking or going over that, you know, reference book of the past for us to see how things benefit us in some way, how things maybe didn't benefit us in another way, and really going within and saying, okay, like, what do I do with the information that I have in order to move forward, in order to transform my energy, in order to transform my outcomes, in order to transform anything for me to change from one form of energy to another, right? And we can look at this in all different ways of life, right? Like all energy has the capability of shifting, transmuting, changing, alchemizing, right? In some way. And we have the ability to even take something as simple as an idea and changing it, you know, tweaking it, shifting it, looking at it from a different perspective, looking at it from a fresh lens, you know, through different lens, through a more focused lens, through a more adapted lens, you know, something that comes from all of the wisdom that we've gained over time, right? I'm going to try and quit saying, I don't know what's going on. I mean, it is Mercury Retrograde, and I'm probably going to fumble my words. And you know I don't know how to edit, so you're going to get all the goods, all of the little bloopers. Here I go again. Jesus. I'm not going to get into a giggle fit, I promise, today. But there's such a heavy new moon energy, and I don't know what's going on with the planets, and I'm not going to pretend that I do right now, but I'm here to tell you that whatever is going on with the planets, there's a shift occurring, and it's a transformative energy. So things changing, you know, and I feel for the better. You're going within. There's some things you're still not allowing yourself to see through a clear lens. I'm going to clarify to see what we can help you to get a little bit better focused on. Clarify the Two of Swords. Clarify the Two of Swords. Sometimes this blindfold that we keep on our eyes, or this thing we're not seeing, sometimes it's like it's intentional, right? It's like something we don't want to see, or we're refusing to see, or we're in denial about, or we can't see because we're not ready to see it. Sometimes things are our own divine protection, in that I truly believe that God only gives us as much as we can handle, you know, like, and sometimes that load is a little heavy, for us to be able to take it all in all at the same time, could be going through some changes, could be going through some shifts in your life, could be going through some, a transformation of your life altogether. And so there's only so much information, only so much data, only so much truth, right? Because sometimes it's just the hard truths that we're incapable of seeing, or we deliberately don't see, or we refuse, sometimes refuse to see. Not on purpose. It's not like we're aware and we're I guess deliberately refusing, but it's like something is protecting us from seeing it at this time because we're not quite ready to see it. And those are usually the hard truths, the ones that we can't wrap our head around, the ones that we can't fathom, the ones that we don't want to fathom, or the ones that are so super sketchy that it's like you can't even believe it, you just can't. Your body and your mind and your soul and your heart just don't allow you to see. And that's difficult, because those are some of those things we need to see, so that we can figure out how to move correctly, or how to transform, or how to shift, or how to think differently, or how to think more clearly, or how to think with all the information on the table, right? We can't make a clear decision. We can't make a focused decision. We can't even really practice full free will unless we have all the data in front of us, all the facts, all the truth of the matter, and even the hard truths, right? So whatever it is, there's something you're still not seeing. It's like you're going within that wheel of fortune because you've decided that important step of self-awareness, of taking the time out to focus on what it is you need to go within about, what it is you need to figure out for yourself, is the first step, right? In any transformation is awareness. And the wheel of fortune's in your favor because you've taken that first step. But there's something that you're still not seeing. So back to the freaking question. I sure did go around that very long, didn't I? I'm sorry about that. And I can't ever say Mercury retrograde in Mercury retrograde unless I really talk like this and make a point to do it. So, but it is Mercury retrograde. So, I don't know. I'm going to mess up. Okay, yeah, 2 swords. So, you're the wounded warrior. What this energy means is that whatever you may be going through at this time, whatever is now shifting that wheel of fortune, because you've taken the time to notice things, because you've started to become aware of things, because you've gone and you've done the practice of taking some of that wisdom that you've learned, and you're pinpointing, right? Pinpointing your next moves. And I think you're doing that in silence. I mean, the hermit mode is about silence, isolation, keeping to yourself about your plans, taking small, actionable steps towards everything that you want to go in your favor. But the thing that you're not seeing is that you're still the wounded warrior, and you have to give yourself that latitude, right, of time and energy and focus on just simply being. And there's nothing wrong with that sometimes, especially if we've just gone through something that was a little, or even if we're currently going through things. All of us are dealing with shit, aren't we? I mean, at all times. And that's something that as a I don't know, collective earth being that we need to remember is that everybody is dealing with shit, in their own life that maybe they don't always talk about, or they don't share, or they don't want to throw a burden on people that it don't belong on, you know what I mean? And so whatever it is that you're dealing with, it's like you're going within about things, there's some things you're still not seeing, and that's just that you need to start to focus on the idea that you are still healing, you're healing from whatever it is that you've dealt with, and that you have to give yourself that time. And if it feels like it's taking you longer to do tasks that normally you are very focused and able to accomplish very quickly, it's because you're still healing, you're still recovering from whatever it is that you've been through, or whatever it is that you're going through currently. And you got to give yourself that forgiveness, that space of forgiveness, and that being easy on yourself. We give others that kind of freedom, don't we? To like take their time and do their thing and figure shit out and all that. And sometimes we don't even give that kind of space and energy and time and love to ourselves. And so Spirit is encouraging you at this time is that what you're not seeing is you're just not giving yourself time to just be, and to recover and to evaluate properly and fully and get all the information that you need before you make any further concrete, decisions in your life. And so, you don't want to be impulsive at this time. This is not the time to be impulsive. So give yourself the go ahead of taking your time and figuring things out, because that's the best thing you can ever do, is to self-reflect, like, what are some things I could have done differently? What are some things I'm going to do going forward? What are some ways I'm going to transform? And how's that going to unfold? And how am I going to see that for myself unfolding? And what steps do I have to take? And it's okay to give yourself time to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't be hard on yourself in that manner. Clarify the Nine of Wands. Balance. That's what you're going after, is balance in everything in your life, whether that's, career focused, whether that's in work-life balance, whether that's in your day-to-day. I don't know, you could have many things going on at once, and you're just trying to balance out your time. You could be working and also working on your side business, and also focusing on your YouTube or whatever it is. You know what I mean? A lot of people have a lot of different things going on that they're focused on, and so they're trying to evaluate how to delegate their time and their effort and their energy into everything that they're involved in or have going on at this point in time. So you're juggling all this, and it's so funny, because I was just thinking this, like, we can look at people and absolutely never ever realize what it is they're dealing with. But think about all the things, not only that they're dealing with emotionally, physically, whatever in their day-to-day life, but then also all the shit they got going on with work and school and businesses and things that they're taking care of, and kids and whatever, you know what I mean? It's like humans are like, I don't know, they're like Superman, even just, on their own. So give some people give them the grace, that you would want. Give them the capability to be human, and also give yourself that capability and understanding that you are human too, and you're doing the best you can at everything you can. And right now you're juggling because you want to make sure you don't drop any balls, right? We never want to drop a ball. I don't know, I just got that's what she said, like, that's what I got in my head just now, which makes me laugh because I freaking love The Office. Okay, Okay. But you're super passionate right now. Like, you've got all these ideas and things that you're working on, and you're super passionate about it. And it's like, you know that there's been delays in some of those things that you're going after and that you're super focused on at this time. And I think that's what's got you in your head. Like, why is this delayed? Like, why can't I just have it now? Like, whatever it is. And it's like, Spirit is saying, like, it's okay. It's forgive time, forgive that people have shit going on, forgive that you have shit going on, and it's all gonna work out in divine timing, because nothing that's meant for you will miss you. And I say this all the time, but it's the hardest little lesson to like think of or focus on, is that like nothing that's meant for me will miss me, you know? And so whatever project it is that I'm working on, you know, if it's meant for me to complete it, it will be completed. And whatever collaborations I have going on, if they're meant to be, they'll happen. And whatever travel plans I have, if it's supposed to happen, it will, you know? And it's like, it's a matter of perspective, you know, and taking the time to, instead of focusing on what it is that we're lacking in our life, if we can transform that energy and shift that energy into a place of feeling okay with the allowing process of that to happen and unfold naturally, the way that it's supposed to, the way that it's intended to, the way God plans it for us, you know? It's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. That's divine timing. That's what that is, you know? And that was a confirmation, because the light just flickered. So somebody tells me I'm on the right path, right? That you know, nothing, if we can have that faith and practice faith and knowing that divine timing is at play, divine intervention is at play, divine guidance is huge at this time, especially with whatever it is that has got this wheel of fortune turning in your favor, yo. That's something in itself to get excited about and get faithful over. I mean, thank God, right? Because maybe that wheel was stuck for you for some reason, and whatever was stuck in it is it's no longer there, you know. And that could be in the form of relationships, you know, like maybe let's clarify that will, because now, you know, of course I want to be a little nosy, gotta be nosy. Clarify the wheel of fortune, and then I'm going to give you some channeled messages, because I got quite a few, lots of them, and I hope that they resonate with someone, because somebody needs to hear them. Clarify the will. Yeah, you know, you're waiting on all those little seeds, you know, those beautiful little seeds that you've planted in faith, right? And I just got this like little thing in my head right now that I'm thinking about, that it's like all those things that you planted in faith, don't dig them up in fear, you know? And I don't know, I probably said it wrong, but it's like, you know, like, don't take all those little tiny seeds that you've planted over time and in faith to be dug up by a moment of fear, right? Because what is fear? It's imagined, you know. It's a ghost, really, of just silliness and illusion and confusion. Excuse me. Thank you, Spirit. So, you know, don't dig up whatever you've planted in faith with fear, because we can easily do that. We can talk ourselves out of things. We can backpedal. We can regress. We can forget. We can get trapped in our own mind of what if. That has to be probably the biggest illusion, straight from the devil, yo, of just fear, you know, fear of what if? What if what? What if you're happy, yo? What if it's the greatest decision of your life? What if everything works out for you? Because, you know, what if you manifest everything you wanted? What if you got everything you wanted? What if? Those are the what if questions you start to need to see, here I go, that you need to start focusing on, you know, not the what if, you know, boom, a bomb goes off and everything, blows up in my face. No, like start thinking in terms of goodness and of your dreams and of your focus and of what you want, not what you don't want. Because the more energy, sometimes we don't realize how powerful we are as beings in general. That just speaking, just thinking, just giving energy towards even a thought of something being bad can push momentum forward in this universe. If you're somebody who is an intuitive being, if you have any kind of insight, if you have any kind of strong intuition, if you're very awake, if you're very intuitive, if you're, and I probably already said that, I don't know, but the deal is if you're somebody special who feels things and you know things, and there's certain things that you're a little bit more aware of and notice, you have the ability to manifest anything that you think of in a focused manner. So you got to be careful not to be thinking of the bad and to start to focus on the good, the things that you do want, the things that, how you want your story to go, more like it. Quit talking about the story that has been, the story that's no longer true, the story that used to be, the story that people may know or perceive or think is your story. We need to start focusing on what is the story for reals. Like, what do you want it to be? What is your next move? What do you foresee for yourself? And I mean, I'm all about short-term and long-term goals, but it's like, hey, how about just starting to think about the good today, even if it's something silly, like, I don't know, I woke up today, I breathed today, I stretched today, I walked today, with my mom, and I had a great conversation, and it was beautiful outside, and all the flowers are budding, and all the grass is growing, and it's so green, and it's so pretty, and the feeling of that green grass in my toes, you know what I mean? And excuse me, and just start focusing on those small things that are true and present and right now and real, and then boom, all of a sudden you have more things to be excited about, more things to be happy about, more things to remember, more things to be grateful for, more things to share, more things to attract. The simple law of attraction. What we think about, we bring about. What we ruminate over is gonna, end up right at our doorstep. And I mean, that's the truth. So you just gotta be careful. You gotta make sure you're manifesting what it is that you want in any given moment. So you're waiting at this time for your manifestations, your little seeds to be coming towards you, or coming to fruition in the way that you planned. So my advice at this time of waiting for your harvest is that you focus on what it is that you do want out of the harvest, and get excited about it, get on fire about it, start getting excited and talking about how you want things to go. Write it down, do whatever you want to do. But it's like, when you think about the idea of it not being, or the lack of, that's when you create more resistance to it ever being attracted in your direction. So, Seven of Pentacles. Let's see. What are you attracting? Your wish fulfillment, your wish fulfillment. And right now, yes, you're looking at it like it's a missed opportunity, or that it's not available, or it's not here, or it's not coming. And the thing is, this Five of Cups is like the cup of crying over spilled milk, because what you don't see, because you're too focused on the things that have spilled, those 3 cups that spilled, that you're not focused on the whole 2 of cups that are still standing. It's like they're behind you and you're not looking at them. You're not focusing on the good. It's a simple law of attraction card. You are focused on the bad and not the good. And when you can forgive yourself, or forgive whatever it is that you're feeling sad about, or loss about, or lack of, when you can forgive it and heal it and understand that you still have so much to be grateful for, and that those cups are still standing, they're still there. It's just that they're delayed at this time, this card here, they're delayed. And it's not that they're not there. It's not that they're not still coming. It's not that they're not still 100% in. You know what I mean? It's just you are not focused in the direction of good. Your direction. You're thinking of all the bad. So I want to caution you on that if you're trying to manifest at this time. Which who isn't? I mean, we all should be trying to manifest something, or at least realizing that we are manifesting, period. And we're going to manifest good or bad, depending on our own damn thoughts. Okay. Calculated moves in silence is of the utmost importance now. Protection, healing, prayers are needed by both a divine masculine and a divine feminine. So if you are a divine masculine or you are a divine feminine, and remember, if you're divine masculine or divine feminine, it don't matter if you're male or female. You could be embodying either energy at this time, and that's what makes you divine. You're not one or the other. You're both, and you embody them whenever you need to, in whatever way you have to. And so, if you are of that divinity, then you need to be praying, protecting yourself at this time, saying prayers over your energy, not allowing any kind of people to manipulate your energy in any way, trying to confuse you or cause illusions or confuse you in any way. And that's just merely, if you are a divine masculine or a divine feminine, you have people coming at you at all angles to try to confuse you. Confuse your energy from attracting your divine feminine or divine masculine. So you have to be aware at all times that the devil's at play here, because divine connections are of God, and a higher power than us, that obviously the underworld isn't in agreement with. So they will throw at you whatever they can to be sure that you get confused in the matter. So just be aware of that. So what else? Couple channeled messages. What? I don't know which one. There are things I could tell you that would blow your mind about how divinely guided we are to be together, but I'm not sure you're ready. So this message is for someone. This could be from a divine masculine to a divine feminine, or a divine feminine to a divine masculine. And maybe one of you is more intuitive, more awake, more aware of a divine connection and what that means and what that's like and what you deal with in that process of having that kind of connection in your energy. But somebody wants to tell their divine masculine or divine feminine exactly why and how crazy some things have been because of it. But at this time, there's also silence needs to be practiced. Calculated moves in silence, because of divine connections are so important. And you have to understand that people do try to attack them spiritually, physically. They'll do anything. They'll lie, they'll cheat, they'll steal in order to be able to distract you from realizing who your true counterpart is. And so just be aware of anyone in your energy that's trying to manipulate the scenario, right? I mean, you most likely know who your divine counterpart is, and so stay focused on that, but move in silence. Whatever moves you're making, do them in silence. Don't share them with anyone, not even your closest peeps. Trust me. It'll backfire right in your face, I promise. So yeah, calculated silent moves. What else? I'm getting an intuitive feeling not to share that message. I don't know why. I just don't feel right about it. I mean, I channeled it and it came out, but just as I flipped the card, my whole foot went numb. So sometimes I'm here to tell you that we get strange things that happen to us to give us signs that maybe there's a message that doesn't need to be shared yet. So we're going to fall into that one. Give me one more. Give me one more. Blank. Okay. I should tell you that I also only do channeled messages when I get the okay to do them, and I thought I got the okay to do them today, but I don't know. We're gonna see. The full moon is significant, so I don't know what that means exactly. A travel opportunity could become available at that time, and it says take the leap, so that could be significant for you right now. I don't even know when the next full moon is. I've lost track. I actually had to look up today. I'm like, when is the new moon? And I'm like, oh crap, it was 3 days ago. What the heck? Any more messages? Any more messages? Any more messages? Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. I'm not gonna do all of them. Okay. Lots of sexual messages. How did it get in there? I don't know. I can't. Okay. We're not gonna go there tonight. I mean, look, I'm all buttoned up. Look how cute I look. We're not going sexual tonight. Let me see. Oh, more. Any more good messages? Any more helpful messages? Any more messages that do not pertain? I just feel like right at this point in time, it's super important for you to protect your sexual energy. I'll tell you why. Oh my God, this message is getting very long. Okay, so here's why. If you are a divine masculine or divine feminine, why it is so important for you to protect your sexual energy. That's when there's negative attachments that happen, is through sex, okay? Through sex with another person. You know, you have to realize that if you're just hooking up with people, or you're sleeping around, or you're whatever it is, you are taking on the attachments of all the people that they sleep around with too. And not just their shit, but all the other people's shit that they've attached to them. And so now you got to remember, if they're a divine person and you're a divine person, they're being attacked by people that are karmics, you know, karmic people in their life. And so these are the people who have negative attachments, like mental health issues, problems, black magic, you know, like all this stuff that they utilize to try and manipulate the energy. So you just have to be super careful of who you're sharing your sexual energy with. And if you're going within at this time to become aware of things, now is not the time to be sharing it with anybody. You know what I mean? Like, that you're not completely 100% sure is not your person. So just be aware of that. That's how things get, illusions, confusion, and all of that gets attached to your connection. So you just have to be aware of that. I don't know, but you're apparently feeling sexual, and that's okay. That's freaking awesome. I mean, who doesn't feel sexual? There are sexual, I mean, we're sexual beings. It's part of what we're made to do, right? And so, but the other reason it's so important, if you're a divine masculine or divine feminine, to harness your sexual energy and save it for yourself and your divine counterpart, is that because part of your mission together is to perform some great, amazing contract of helping humanity in some way. And so what you have to do is to be able to harness that energy inside of you in order to get passionate about something other than sex. And that the only thing that can allow that to happen is you being able to be aware and fully in control of your own sexual energy. And so it's just something that divine masculine, divine feminines are capable of doing, you know? Not that we're not sexual beings, trust me, we friggin' are. But we have the capability to turn it on or off and say no or yes. And we know that we only share it with a divine being. You know what I mean? It's just known. So if maybe that's what you're going within about, I don't know. And maybe that's why all these messages are coming out sexually, because it's like your energy is there. But that's okay. Harness it, feel it, release it on your own. You know what I mean? But harness it for a little while. Try and keep it in, because that's when all the great ideas come. That's when all of the power comes, you know, the power of your mind, the power of your soul, the power of your will, the power of your ability to be in control of your life, to make good decisions, to be able to think clearly, to be able to move. I don't know what word I'm looking for. To move differently, to move more focused, believe it or not. So yeah, just try and, I don't know, see what you can do. When I first started to try and become celibate, it was like, okay, I'm a very sexual being, so what do I do? Like, how do I even go about this? Like, this isn't never gonna happen. But the thing is that day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour, and doesn't mean that you can't release, but it's something that you're saving it. You know that you're saving it, that it's more meaningful that way. It's more, I don't know, whatever. Hey, you're divine. The only people that, like, nobody deserves to touch you unless they're divine too. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, keep that in mind. And we all should think that way. I'm just here to tell you, we should all start changing the narrative on like how we share our friggin' soul with another person. So that's the message for today for you. I hope that this has helped you in some way. This is a collective reading. It's really a big mixture of cards, so I'm going to go ahead and put it as a collective reading. Sorry for the Mercury Retrograde slow talk, yo, but that's how it is, you know, and it's going to be this way for, I don't know, a couple weeks, so we got to hang out and figure it out. So I hope you have a good rest of your night, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.